The NTS-1 is a great synth, even by itself.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Urban Canyons. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. As you can see, today we are back at the Korg NTS-1, and we have no other electronic music gear in this video. Just the Korg NTS-1 today, and I just want to reiterate the point of how great a synth the NTS-1 is by itself. Price-wise, I believe it's right around $99 US still. It may have gone up to $119. Even at that $119, it's still an incredible value. You get a synthesizer, an effects unit, endless expandability, basically, with the amount of third-party user-created content on the market that you can either purchase, or some folks, like the terrific Hammondeggs music, which we'll demonstrate their Cathedral Reverb later, have made available for free. It has this little key strip down here that you can play. Today I've got the straw from a thing of canned air in lieu of a stylus. It's got MIDI in, so you can play it with a keyboard, though, a proper keyboard if you want. And it just sounds fantastic. The built-in effects are great, and the third-party ones sometimes are even better. But yeah, today I just want to hammer home my point once again that the Korg NTS-1 is a fantastic synthesizer for the money. It's a great effects box for the money. It's just possibly the best overall value in any piece of electronic music gear that I own. And if you don't have one, I highly recommend it. So let's go ahead and design a sound here. As you can hopefully see, we're in the oscillator section and we have a saw wave shape selected. Going to be trying to use this straw as a stylus, but it might not work the best, so sorry about that. Let's pick a different wave shape. Let's go to square, actually, which is one I hardly ever use on the NTS-1, which is a shame because it sounds terrific. We can go ahead and use knobs A and B here to control some kind of overarching parameters. There we go. We can move to our envelope generator here and actually pick our envelope type. I'm going to go just simple attack and release. Sounds pretty good. We can also affect the filter here. We've got a whole bunch of different types to choose from. Let's just go with a simple low pass. How about that? Knob A is going to be our cutoff, and B is the resonance. I almost said resistance. Is the resonance. Got to be careful. It can get out of control. The resonance, that is. There we go. About, I don't know, 2 to 3 o'clock is pretty solid for the resonance here. Now we actually can have an envelope type effect on our filter. So to access those parameters, hold down the filter button, and now we can use knobs A and B here. There you go. Start to hear it. Cool. So now every time I press a key, we get that nice filter sweep. Now what some people don't know is there's also an LFO that we can assign to either pitch or the cutoff of the filter. So to access that, we go back to our oscillator section, and if we hold down the oscillator button, we can go to knob B, and we can see we have 2 options here. If we go all the way to the left, we can affect P, which is pitch. If we go all the way to the right, we can affect S, which is sweep. Now, that's not going to do much unless we use knob A to set the speed. We have to hold oscillator again, then use knob A, I should say. Okay, since we already have that filter sweep going on, though, on the envelope, let's go ahead and set this to pitch. Now, I don't want to increase the depth to anything crazy, but like, I don't know, 10 or 11 should be good. That's still too much. Remember, we can hold the oscillator, use knob A to affect the speed of that. Crank it, why not? That's pretty cool, actually. Let's increase the depth to 100 on our pitch modulation. That's actually a pretty cool sound. If we're going for some kind of sound effect, yeah. But I'm going to dial this back down to, let's say, 1. Okay, a little more than that. 2. 6. Okay, cool. Let's bring down the speed of our LFO. There we go. That's kind of like squiggly effect. Yeah. Gonna bring pitch down. Okay, that's cool. And we can go back to our envelope if we want to have a proper ADSR. That way we can actually hold down a note and have it sustain. And from here, we can do several different things. We can go to the effects section and turn on a variety of different effects. I'm going to go straight to Reverb and go to Cathedral because it's my favorite effect. This is a third-party effect made by Hammondeggs Music. I will link it in the description below. Super cool reverb. Absolutely love it. But for now, we're going to turn off the reverb, and I'm going to go to the arpeggiator here. It's kind of a goofy sound, but that's cool. I'm going to hold down ARP, and that's actually going to latch it. Okay? So that's how we do that. If you want to stop it, just hit ARP again. What I want to do first, though, before I latch it for good, is I want to adjust the tempo. So I'm going to hold ARP and use knob B. Hopefully you can see this here. Let's set it to, I don't know, right around 80? 78, perfect. And with knob A, we can actually affect the number of notes in the arpeggio. So 18, perfect. And while I'm still holding ARP, I'm going to use the type knob and set it to random. That's going to pick random notes in an arpeggio and just play them for us. Cool. So now you're probably wondering, well, how do we pick our scale? Well, while still holding the ARP button, we can use any of these buttons here to choose between octave, major, suspended, augmented, minor, and diminish. Let's just go basic minor. All that we have to do now is hit a key. And we're off and running. Let's play with some effects. If a jam like that doesn't sell you on the NTS-1 being a great synth just on its own, I don't know what will, because I thought that was pretty awesome. If you couldn't follow along there, what I did is I played around with some of my effects section there. By the way, the stock flanger on the NTS-1 sounds phenomenal. And then I also went back to the oscillator section and played a little bit with the automation. I took off the pitch modulation there from the LFO, and I actually went in and cleaned up our filter a little bit. Took the resonance down because it was kind of starting to grate on my ears. But yeah, the NTS-1 is a killer standalone synth, and of course that's only half of the NTS-1 package. You do have an audio in jack on the back where you can run external gear in stereo through the effects section, and I've taken advantage of that countless times here on the channel, but it's always a special occasion when we come back to just visiting the NTS-1 as a synthesizer. By the way, today I was powering the NTS-1 just with this power brick here. This is just USB, micro USB to the NTS-1. That's it. Yeah, it's a great synth all on its own. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.